If that water wet, it's got gators in it.
Oh, yeah? Well, me and the Lord, we got an understanding. We're on a mission from God.
They shouldn't have given you Ashy Bloke's YouTube.
Cursed be the ground for our sake. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for us. For out of the ground we were taken, for the dust we are. And to the dust we shall return.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
All right, good people. All right, good people. Back in the house, punching the clock on a Thursday, hopefully with a good one. Okay, it's been sent to me on several occasions, and finally getting around to it. Winter's here. Okay, the bears are out, and the bears are starting to eat. And that's why I tell you guys, man, make sure that you are the fastest camper. The bear is going to eat somebody. Make sure that it's not you. Okay? And this is even though it can be considered funny depending on which side of the table that you're on. But the thing is that this is a cautionary tale. Number one is what's going to happen to people in general, and women, and black women in particular, but also they're going to try to feed you to the bear if they can, to survive, because they want to survive. So if it takes them feeding you to the bear, they will. So be careful. So when you get that reach back, or you get that hey big head, proceed with caution. Okay? Because she might be one of those bears that's actually going to eat you. She might be a mama bear that will eat you to survive. Okay? Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's welcome some people. And by the way, YouTube has given me all kind of static lately, about this channel. So please hit the like button. Okay, if you can't donate $1, donate a like, because I'm getting a lot of static about this channel, and Black Ram just got demonetized. So, and I'll tell you all about it later, because I'm getting a similar type of pressure, because we're starting to make an impact. Okay. When we were nobodies and nobody cared about us, and it was all ha ha, he he, stuff like that, YouTube and the government didn't care. Now they do, okay? Because we are making an impact, okay? When you get close, well, they say when you hit a little bit too close, the rock hits the right dog, they start hollering, okay? The rocks are starting to hit the people who are higher up on the food chain, so they're starting to holler. The thing is, stay the course. Anyhow, let's get busy. Oh, free agent triple OG's batting first, man. Get on base, boss. Prince, what's going on, Prince Charles? Charlie Mack, okay. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know. It ain't our problem, though. Coffee Girls on the rise, yes, sir. Okay, Real Deal, what's up? Prince, what's going on? Luther, Instant Media, what's happening? Yeah, winter is here. Buckle up. Bitcoin steady at 112. You know what? Bitcoin is really dependent on geopolitics right now. Okay, when Bitcoin shot up is because they didn't know what was going to go down between Trump and Putin, And once it's settled down, okay, where they're trying to make deals, okay, even Besant is trying to settle his ass down and make a deal, uh, it's going to stabilize. So I don't know where it's going to go from here, but keep an eye on it. So, man, what's up? Batting ninth, okay. He's got the catcher's spot, okay. Bring him home, man. Grab Eddie, what's up? That is my Waffle House King, Lavaris. What's going on, man? How's the certifications coming? Black Money and Power, what's up? Adric, what's up? Okay. Louis, what's going on? You ain't shit for that thumbnail. I thought it was cute, man. I thought it was cute. Basically, man, I had to do it like 4 times because Bing said it was inappropriate, so they deleted like 3 of them. So the ones I really wanted, they wouldn't do. And Trail says to the dust, yes sir. Gundam, what's up? Navone, what's up? Quentin, what's going on? Dirty Foot Jose, hold on, Dirty Foot. Let me go ahead and give you a wrench. He said, Tunnel Runner said he has a channel. We'll see about that. Where is he? All right. Okay. There he goes. He's got a wrench. My Dirty Foot Jose. I like that. The thing is, I got Dirty Foot from is because a long time ago, the Passport Bros was just getting started. Right? They're saying we're going down to Latin America and to actually date Dirty Foot chicks. Okay, so just like they called us Dusty up here, said the Dusty Negroes are going down to mate with the Dirty Foots. Okay, Dirty Foot chicks down there. So, hey. When it went down in Colombia, went down in Latin America, and you dealing with the Dirty Foots, you become a Dirty Foot Jose. Say Puede, I heard that. Yes, we can. Hurricane Greg, what's up? The Gift, what's going on? A6, the box is about to hit depression lows very soon. Chicken Hawks Unite, LOL. Just kidding. It's going to be sad. Don't simp out in the fourth quarter. Be very careful, man, because these chicks will set you up, okay? You think it's bad in Colombia, man. I wouldn't be surprised these chicks start doping your drinks and shit like that, man. It's going to get bad. Very Little says, good afternoon, gents and BGS. All I have to say about the subject is I feel bad for the children because they did not ask or deserve this. But the females, sprinkle, sprinkle. Hey, I said the women are using the kids as a resource, okay? All they have to do is give the thing is they give the kids to their father, then they don't have anything. If they don't have anything, they're on the street by themselves. They don't want to do that, okay? At least if they have kids to get some sympathy, they'll get shelter or something like that. They won't let the kids stay out and allow the mother to come with them. So the kids are actually a valuable resource for the mother. Because if she really cared about the kids, she'd give the kids to her father. Cynical Optimist, what's going on? I said, I'm here for the reach back. The reach back is going to be on 9 Thou Wow, okay? Brooklyn's Finest, what's going on? TB, Tao, Forever Blessed, Shannon Green, Martin Muhammad, what's going on? We are here, brothers, dust and all. Let's go. I heard that. Black Males, what's going on? Daz, what's up? Barry Hamilton, what's going on? Biro, what's going on? Luther, what's going on? See, a lot of ankle breakers will be being made while I'm typing. That is a serious problem, man. They're starting to send a lot of women to jail. A lot of women to jail. There's a lot of boss chicks going to jail right now. Dave Tao says it's winter time. Let's go. Let's see, Palm Beach Mike, what's going on? So you didn't get hit, did you, Palm Beach Mike? Y'all didn't get hit by Aaron, did you? Paul, what's up? The Everyday Muslim, what's happening? I'll check out the article that I sent you. Okay. You gotta remind me which one it is because I don't know your email name. So, Ignatz, what's going on? I get a lot. Man, you can't believe how many emails I get per day. Ignatz, what's going on? Michael, what's happening? The blizzard the blizzard might be here already, man. It's just gonna get worse. That long night that Kevin used to talk about. It's probably here. It's just getting started, really. W. Brizzle, what's going on? Horowitz, what's going on? What's going on, Rodney? Want to beam in? Okay. Okay. Hit my like button, please. Trying to make Senegal. That's going to happen. Is the Senegal does not quite have the infrastructure yet, but yeah, it's happening in Kenya too, man. I was reading about the child support system in Kenya. So as they go up the ladder, as far as development, you're going to see more and more westernization. Okay, the thing is, the more infrastructure you get, the more westernized you're going to get. So it's going to happen. It's not going to be exactly the same, but it's going to be similar. Baby, it's cold outside. Kelvin says. Indigo Flow, what's up? Permission granted. Instant Rodney. Mr. J Matt, what's up? W. Brizzle says, dust your shoulders off. You're in the land of dust. Yep. What's up, Doc? I'm sure Doc will be talking about this in the next couple days. Okay. Since he is in Ohio, and Ohio is one of them places where this shit's going to happen. Detroit 313, what's going on? Babu? Dark Knight, what's going on? HG, what's going on? Jason Anderson, what's going on? Yes, it's always Jermaine's fault. Oh, yeah. Always shall be, okay? Don't you forget it. Yeah, that's gonna happen, okay? I mean, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but it is what it is, okay? Black widow spiders eat you after she mates. Yes, she does, okay? Don't become food. Well, Jensen leave you yes in chat. I don't get that one, okay? Uh, Kenneth Young, what's up? Digital Knight, what's happening? They better get back with their baby daddy. Hell, the baby daddy's probably running for the hills, man. Like runaway slaves right now. Black males GRP. A woman attacks pizza man at her neighbor's door. Okay, whatever that means. Okay, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I heard about that. No one cared when who I was until I put on the mask. It's Bane. Yep. Kenneth Young, what's going on? Count Sekou. Jesse Griffin. J Dog, what's happening? Jim Rat, what's up, Jim Rat? Where you been, man? When black men were experiencing record unemployment, they called us lazy ass niggas. When black women experienced layoffs, now we're being systematically targeted. Couldn't care less about it, right? Nobody cares about black men, okay? Close eyes on Bitcoin and Tethercoin. That it's going to be really interesting about the cryptos. Well, everything's moving to crypto anyway. Victor Creed, what's going on? It's only a matter of time. No, ain't enough simps, man. There are not enough simps to save them. There's not enough simp. Okay, there will not be enough. The simps have to survive on their own, man, because that's how bad it's going down. There aren't enough simps to save them anymore. Ben Canon, what's going on? Jamar Reed, time to finish prepping this firewood. Winter is here. Yeah. Oh man, you better start manning the towers, man. Okay. The Black Walkers. Okay, the Black Walkers are going. The Black Weave Walkers are going to be on the patrol, man, looking for you. It's never my fault. I have to try harder. I'll just have to make more highly employed passport brothers who are happy abroad. Yep. If you can, I'm gonna tell you, man. This is something they told me a long time ago, man. If you can, leave. If you can get out, get out. Okay. I know people have this loyalty to where they were born. Okay. But the thing is that people have always got on. The forward-looking people have always got on boats for greener pastures. So if you can get out, get out. Certification studies going well, making progress as usual. Okay, cool. Okay, give that Waffle House chick an extra tip, man. She gonna need it. Legacy Force what's going on? Checking in. Okay, Odd, Collard, what's going on? Okay, Odd, Collard, what's going on? Checking in. 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 Okay, Odd, Collard, what's going on? Ch Jim Adams in Santa Monica, they're laying off a lot of state workers. One of my snow bunnies got the boot from an NGO. Hey, DEI is real, man. Okay, his sister-in-law says, "What up? Appear with me on our college football picks." Well, okay, cool. Jody's very knowledgeable. Okay, who does she got going to the you know going to the finals? You know, Yango Savage going on. Fire Nation was going on. My first time in a year I caught you at work. I heard that. Uh, let's see. LAXT was going on. Encrypted Wolf, what's going on? Cubert, what's happening? Louis, what's going on? Theo was the top. Oh, really? You gotta go ahead and share that with us, Louis. See what they got to say. Nothing good, I heard. I probably hope. There he is. There's the maestro. What's going on? If you got anything that you just dropped lately, maestro, go ahead and put it in the chat. Laura said trying to get that cloud money. Yep. David Titus, what's going on? I think that is just about it. Forever Blessed, what's going on? W. Brizzle, what's going on? Jake Jr., what's going on? Yanni, the YouTuber, was talking about how she applied for assistance at one point, but was denied because she didn't have kids. Yep. Well, the thing is, the actually assistance is not for the women per se; it's for the kids. Okay. If you're a woman out there by yourself without kids, yeah, it's not gonna. They 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 look for mothers. They don't look for just women. Can see in red. What's up? Dusty Jones, what's going on? I don't think he ended the gynocracy, but the thing is, he gave it a serious blow. Okay, said Blanca Di Negro, what's going on? I heard about that. Yeah, it's making the rounds. I have to wait until I actually see it. Dr. Marifa, what's going on, man? I was reading about Kenya's child support system, man. This shit sounds very familiar. Okay, sounds very familiar. I heard about that, but I have to see that in production. I have to really see it. Okay, I've heard about it. Okay, the what you call technology has been there, but things I have to see it at work. Okay, has there been a baby born from it yet? PM, what's up? Ray, what's up? Let's see. Levon Hunter, what's going on? Oh, we got a good crowd tonight. Pop Smoke, what's up? Aquarius answering says, Peace BGS in chat. Question: have you recently done any content on the explosion of STDs in the USA? Brothers, be careful out there. We do it every once in a while. We mention it in passing. It was a bigger thing under COVID. Um, what you have is you're gonna have a big influx of STDs because Biden brought in a lot of people from Latin America, like 10, 12 million of them, right? Okay, so it's gonna help spread that rate. So I'm not surprised. They won't talk about it that way because it's always Jermaine's fault. Normally amongst the females, okay. So you got a lot of unaddressed issues with those females. Uh, 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 uh. Okay. Oh yeah, they're gonna dog us out. Yeah, I'm not surprised. You got to go ahead and throw up the video, Louis. Moses, what's going on? It's going to get bad with the 3 C's in Chicago, Cincinnati, Cleveland. It's the worst. Well, what's the other C? Got 3 C's, Cincinnati, Cleveland. What's the other one? Mostly Etienne. What's going on? Bo Johnson says my cousin was in Florida, applied to extradition all over the country. NC have her Section 8, so she moved there, not knowing anyone, only for the government. Yeah, they got to go with it. Well, the thing is, they're going to use that to actually increase the number of people. So, what's up? I'm listening. Moving in silence. What's going on? Count Sekou. What's going on? They're being pushed right into the arms of accountability. It's the streets. The streets are unforgiving, man. The winter time is here. You know, either you survive or freeze to death. Charles, what's going on? Obsidian Nomad, what's up? Panda Man, what's going on? Let's see. Low Value Mail, what's up? St. Nick's, what's going on? Miriam Luma, what's going on? Chance, what's going on? Cameron Shabazz, Cowboy. Chance, what's going on? Sam. Let's see, anybody else? Hey, Big Trick, what's going on, man? You late. William Stewart, what's going on? Renovator, okay, what's going on? Columbus, okay, Columbus, Ohio, okay. I always thought Columbus was almost like a suburb of Cleveland, okay. Someone said probably Chicago. Incognito, what's going on? Landon, what's going on? Pedantic Foot, what's going on? Top Notch Rocker, what's going on? Devontae Thompson, what's going on? And Milton T. Jackson. All right, that's it. All right, let's start with this one. Okay, this is the one that was sent to me first. Okay, even though I've seen stuff before. Marcus Moore, what's happening? I've seen stuff before. But we're going to start with this one because this is the one that I got first, okay? Desktop. All right, come on. Okay, there we are. This is the first one I got, okay?
Video about the Section 8 change and what's going on with that. So as you may know, Trump is changing how Section 8 is being ran. He's going to hand everything over to the state, and he wants it so that they can't be on Section 8 longer than 2 years. Well, people can't be on Section 8 longer than 2 years. This is an important date. October 2025 is when they're supposed to be doing the budget for 2026. So that's an important time to pay attention as to what's going on in the, regarding this. And so what I understand is once they send everything over to the state will notify tenants who have been on Section 8 for longer than 2 years. They'll notify you and give you 60 to 90 days, making you aware that the program would end for you in 60 to 90 days. Depending on the state, it didn't say which states were going to give 60, which state we're going to get 90. But apparently you will be hearing from your public housing authority representative should be making contact with the people who are currently on the benefit. And they also say like they're going to start at the top. Whoever's been on the longest, they're going to start removing those people and go down. 2-year minimum, it sounds like it's going to be across the board. I do think it's going to be sad to see, kids whose parents literally just only had them for the welfare benefits. Like they're going to be homeless because, their parents don't want to go get job. And I'm not saying everybody on Section 8 don't got no damn job. There are people who are working and trying to get off of Section 8. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about that. So obviously if it doesn't apply to you, let it fly. But I do feel bad for those kids who are going to end up homeless because their parents, they're going to get that 60 or 90-day notice and they're not going to prepare. Not all, but I'm sure the homeless rate and all of that is going to go up, and there's going to be a lot more families on those corners asking for money, because there's already a lot of families on the corner asking for money now. I'll drop a comment. Let me know if you think 2 years is enough, or how many years do you think they should be given?
Hell, the thing is in Cali, man, Las Vegas is like 300 miles. It's damn near a suburb of Los Angeles, okay? Anyway. But that's the first one I got, right? Where they talked about the program, okay? About the 2 years. Um, and the biggest reason, see if I can find it, okay, is because they're cutting. I think they're cutting the HUD budget 44% or something like that. So they're almost cutting the HUD budget in half. Thus marks the end of Keisha's slumlord talk. Oh, Betty Muccio. Let's see. Let's get the next one. This is the second one I think I got.
Amid a nationwide housing crisis, the Trump administration is pushing to impose a 2-year time limit on Section 8 vouchers in public housing. A study from New York University warns that more than 1.4 million households could lose assistance. Landlord groups also say the plan could lead them to stop accepting vouchers altogether. Critics say the policy could worsen homelessness nationwide.
So this is a real thing, man. This is not pretend, okay? There's been rumblings about this for a while, but normally you would say maybe, maybe not. What's going on, Mac? What's going on? There's already a lot of straight coochie available, man. The thing is that they haven't broken their will down just yet. It's only been like 6 months. It's only been like 6 months, so it's probably going to be a minute. Clear this real quick. Now the other stuff that I got. Let's see, we go back in my history real quick. Oh, I wanted to play this, okay, because found this on NPR. This is in May 2nd, okay? Let's do this one first. Springtime. The thing is, they're waiting for October, because October is when the new fiscal year starts for 2026, okay? So they're going to finish out this year, and in a couple of months, in October, I think it's October 10th or something like that, the new fiscal year actually starts, right? So when they start the new fiscal year, that's when all these cuts and all these programs will probably go into effect. Figueroa is going to be on. Oh yes, oh yes. The thing is, what Figueroa is trying to do is get the kiddies off the street right now, man. They're going after the so-called sex trafficking, because a lot of the under 18 chicks are actually lying in the streets of Fig, trying to survive, right? So they don't mind, it's decriminalized for the adults, but the thing is, got a lot of leeches, and got a lot of chicks that are under the age of 18 on the street. So Fig is going through it right now. They're trying to clean a lot of that shit out. The budget is created in October. If you're not on the budget, that's it. Yep. Steve Mayfield says, yep. Okay, let's go ahead and play this. Okay, this is NPR, credible source. YouTube, fair use, fair use, fair use. Okay, they claiming that I use a lot of so-called not originally from me content. Right. The thing is, I tell them I'm trying to show people points. I'm not trying to Because I could talk about it. I could actually spend an hour talking about it, right? Get articles and actually talk about it, right? It's better to show you uh, from sources that this is credible. Okay, I could do a talking head and pull out 15 articles and mark them up and read them and stuff like that and give you my opinion, right? But the thing is, these are credible sources from directly from the horse's mouth. Okay, that's why I want to show it to you guys this way. Okay, now this is from NPR. This is, let's see, pop it up a little bit. May 2nd, okay? NPR May 2nd. Trump budget will slash rental aid by 40%, okay? 40%. So in other words, this is the HUD budget that they're getting ready to slash. This is a 3-minute talk, so buckle in. Fair use, fair use, fair use. You know, I'm tired of YouTube messing with me, okay?
Again. But his new budget proposal targets those most in need. NPR's Jennifer Ludden reports it would dramatically.
Let's see. Start this again. Let's reboot this and start this again. All right.
It would dramatically shrink the subsidies again. But his new budget proposal targets those most in need. NPR's Jennifer Ludden reports it would dramatically shrink the subsidies that keep millions of people housed.
The White House budget would slash federal rental aid by 40% and limit that aid to 2 years for able-bodied adults. Kim Johnson with the National Low-Income Housing Coalition says if that were enacted, the fallout would be devastating.
We would see, I think, homelessness escalate in a way that has been really unprecedented and unheard of.
Homelessness is already at a record high, and nearly half of U.S. renters struggle to pay for housing. But the Trump administration says the current aid system is dysfunctional and the overall budget too big. Now, Congress will get final say on the budget, and Kevin Corinth at the conservative American Enterprise Institute does not think lawmakers will pass deep cuts to housing. But he echoes many Republicans who do see a good case for scaling back.
It makes sense to get people aid when they need it, but we don't necessarily want them to stay on it forever.
Many keep their subsidies well over a decade, in part, he says, because they can be generous.
You know, if the median or fair market rent is around, say, $4,000 for a family in San Francisco, your income can get really high and you're still going to be getting those subsidies.
Housing Secretary Scott Turner says his agency's ultimate goal is to help get people off subsidies and be self-sufficient. Johnson, the housing advocate, says that's easier said than done.
If you're working 2 jobs, but you still can't afford the cost of rent, and then your assistance goes away, what more are you supposed to do?
Congress faces pressure to find major savings to pay for Trump's larger agenda, which includes sweeping tax cuts. Some Republican lawmakers have targeted health care and food aid, and communities around the country worry about a smaller safety net. Jessica Kubicki is with the Housing Collective, a nonprofit in Connecticut.
It is cheaper for a community, for a state, to have people in housing than to have them homeless.
Emergency rooms could be strained, she says, if people lose health insurance and turn to hospitals for care. Children in school suffer when their parents lose housing and have to squeeze in with family or friends.
Because you've got maybe 3 kids sleeping in the same room, in the same bed. They're not sleeping well. They're not doing well educationally. They don't have food.
Adding to all these concerns, 60,000 emergency housing vouchers across the country will abruptly go away soon. They were funded during the pandemic, but skyrocketing rents have eaten up that money faster than planned. Housing advocates still hope Congress might cushion that blow, but they're also bracing in case it gets worse. Jennifer Ludden, NPR News, Washington.
All right. Okay. I mean, it's just getting started, right? Okay. And basically, you know, everybody that's black knows that these chicks have been bragging about their Section 8 and their housing, how little they pay for housing, and even running Section 8 scams, right? Like finding people to do their paperwork and stuff like that. So, but those days are over, right? Okay. Those days, America is broke. Yes, sir. The dollar's not dead, but it is hurt. Okay. Dollar ain't dead, but it is hurt. It's more complex than that, Ray. Way more complex than that. Way more complex than that. I mean, if you are a scholar, as you claim to be, you should know better. Okay, you know why. I've talked to you. I've said why. Okay. I've actually told you guys why, and I told you guys that years ago, but this is coming and why it's coming, and why it does happen has more to do with the banks than it has to do with the so-called rich people. Okay, but so will America become a second world? We're headed that way. We're headed that way. Not third, but we're headed to second. Okay, if we're not there already. It's not on life support. Okay, it's not dead. If the dollar was on life support, we'd be Argentina. We're not there yet. If the dollar is on life support, you'd know it. Okay, you would know it. We're not overdeveloped. It is a very it's a combination of greed and mismanagement. Let's put it that way. Start with the Federal Reserve. Start with the deals that Obama cut. Okay, with the Fed and the Bank of International Settlement back in 2009. Okay, they cut a deal. Okay, part of that deal is to sell off, allow hedge funds to buy out homes and stuff like that, get into real estate, which they shouldn't have. And with the Bank of International Settlement and other Fed banks to keep their balance sheet up. There's a lot of stuff that goes along with that, man. But the thing is, it would take too long, and it's way outside the scope of this channel. Okay. Well, let's go way outside the scope of this channel. Salchi knows what I'm talking about. The Equalizer knows what I'm talking about. Okay. Because that's part of his business. He knows what I'm talking about. Let's try this. Share the screen. This is another one. I mean, there's tons of these, unfortunately. Okay.
A Trump administration proposal could put more than 1 million low-income households at risk of losing their federally subsidized housing. That's according to new research from New York University obtained exclusively by the Associated Press. The new study suggests a proposed 2-year time limit on housing subsidies could affect as many as 1.4 million households in public housing and Section 8. The time restriction is part of a White House proposal that seeks to slash the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development's budget. White House officials argue.
Yeah, I think it's 40. Is it 55%? 44? I think it's 44%. They want to slash the HUD budget.
That HUD's rental assistance programs are full of fraud and waste because federal subsidies were never meant to be permanent. Supporters also say time limits could help give more families a chance to get into public housing. Researchers say limiting the time people can get help would disproportionately affect working families with children, which could affect more than 1 million kids.
I would just underline that a lot of the evidence we have.
Really, it didn't die with World War II. It died. Really, the dream of owning a house actually died with the mortgage crisis. It had nothing. Way before that, boomers had nothing to do with that shit. Okay. Had nothing to do with that. When they killed the Glass-Steagall Act, okay, you killed the last vestiges of socialism that FDR put in. Okay, now you want to live in a capitalist country. Guess what? You're getting ready to get it. This is capitalism. Okay, this is naked capitalism getting ready to bite you in the ass right now. Okay, y'all don't like socialism? Okay, good luck.
As researchers, is that housing assistance is especially impactful for children who can see their health, their education, their long-term employment and earnings trajectories change in really meaningful ways if they have stable housing.
Among the people served by the King County Housing Authority is Havilah Hopkins. She says she left an abusive marriage and is now raising her 14-year-old son with autism by herself.
See, single mothers, right? Okay, single mothers.
She works for a chain restaurant and knows that she likely wouldn't be able to afford market rate rents around here, which would cost her $2,000 more a month for the same 2-bedroom apartment.
You know, this truly is a horrible time to be even considering taking away people's housing.
And these are white women. These are not black women. These are white women coming out and complaining, right? It's not Keisha this time. This ain't Keisha this time, okay? This ain't Keisha. I'm betting a lot of people are recalling The Jungle by Upton Sinclair right now. Yep. Oh, it's getting ready to hit, man. It's getting ready to hit. Yeah, like I said, the Bears are out, man. The Bears are out. I told you. I said, get ready. Be the fastest camper because this is getting ready to hit. And if you can leave, leave, okay?
Housing assistance, just because the cost of living is astronomical and the wages just aren't adding up. So it would definitely
and she don't look like sister to me, okay? She's a white girl.
Displace me right now. There's no way I would be able to at the moment afford to live in the city I work in and the city that my son is attending school in. So it would be a huge disruption.
That's a regular white girl, okay?
To our lives. I would like to not think about the worst case scenario, which would be maybe homelessness. You know, I would like to, I'm going to figure I'm a fighter.
That's a regular schmegular white girl, okay? That's good, wholesome white skin going to waste, right? When I was homeless, no one cared. If the snow bunnies are homeless, I shall be satisfied, okay? Okay? Basically, the table is set right now, man. But the thing is, I asked you, they're going to come back to the table, okay? Are you going to like it when they do? Are you going to like it when they do? That's a white girl. That is not a black woman. That is not a Keisha, okay? The Section 8 riots in East Point, Georgia back in 2010 should have been the first sign. Over 30,000 people waiting on a list for just 44 and 155 vouchers. Why didn't people wake up then? Because it's called money, okay? It's called money. It hasn't even hit yet. They're just talking about it. Wait till October, man. Wait till October when the shit actually hits. Because I was telling you, I said the Joker is in the White House and he's not playing. Okay, the Joker is in the White House. As I told you, get ready. And trust and believe. A lot of stuff that Congress wanted to do, but they didn't have a fall guy. Trump is willing to be the fall guy for this. You notice Congress is not saying a goddamn thing about it. It's because they know there's no money. They know it has to be cut. And they know that they can't afford to go down this path anymore. And so they're willing to, so since Trump is willing to take the hit for them, they're willing to actually let Trump take the blame for it. Becky is cooking in your kitchen tonight. Yeah. We just expound upon the attitude they might have when they return to the table. One thing is, 10 years ago, right? Basically, Obsidian could tell you. Obsidian is probably better at it than I am. Black women basically twerking, showing you where to kiss their ass. Okay, what in fact the spot? They'll open up the crack, saying this is where you should lick. Okay, really, that's how bad it was. Okay, and I said the environment. Because I know that once you see the money and how the money rolls, you know it sooner or later it's going to catch up, right? There's only so long they can actually keep running their credit card. Okay, I told you when Trump got elected. Okay, the outgoing Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said there is no more road to kick the can down. This is it, right? And you got a guy in office is willing to basically set the accounts right. Whether you like him or not. There's some stuff Trump did I do not like, okay? I don't like. I understand why he did it. I don't like the way he did it. Some of the stuff he did, I don't like. And some of the stuff he could do, he's not doing. But that's what you get with any president, right? The thing is he is willing to be a bad guy. Biden was not willing to be a bad guy. So all these chicks that were strong and independent and didn't need no man because Uncle Sam was their baby daddy, guess what? The chickens have come home to roost, and Uncle Sam is out of money. The baby daddy's not taking your phone call right now, okay? In fact, your baby daddy said, Keisha, you got to go find another place to live. He's putting you out. That's what's happening right now. Anyway. Let's go to the next one. Oh, this is something else. Let me see. Find the next one that I actually want to show. Okay. This has been. Let's play this one. Let's go ahead and dive into this one. There's a lot of this stuff, man. I could be doing this forever. Now these are the states, okay? And this is like 4 months ago, and this is Massachusetts. They were actually talking about it then, right? Okay. Fair use, okay? Everybody's gonna get hit, man. The bears are no respecters of persons. They'll eat anybody.
That could affect people using Section 8 housing programs. Voucher holders locally have received letters warning them of federal funding being halted and potential rent increases. Western Mass News reporter Matt Price did some digging for us on this, and he joins us live from downtown Springfield with more. Matt?
Yeah, Chris, this just adds to the drama of so much uncertainty many face across this country. That includes those who rely on these vouchers for safe and affordable housing.
On March 13th, the Commonwealth's Executive Office of Housing and Livable Communities sent a letter to Section 8 voucher holders, warning them that their rent in the next year or two might go up because of, quote, rising costs and insufficient federal funding. And the agency will have to stop its
Remember, there's no more money, okay? They're gonna cut, okay? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. And most of the people on Section 8 are not black women, okay? Got to remember that.
Flexible tenant policies. Here's some of what is stated in this letter obtained by Western Mass News this afternoon. It says, quote, unfortunately, we can no longer afford to offer many of these special policies to our participants, and will have to return to using many of the same policies that most other housing authorities use. The letter goes on to say, we understand that will increase costs for many households, but we made these choices to ensure that our program can serve as many households as possible given limited federal funding. Now, for context, here are some of those policy changes. EOHLC will note.
You got 620 watching, okay? You guys like the information, okay, for free. I don't mind it, giving it for free, but at least donate a like, okay? Likes are important right now because YouTube is on my ass, okay, right now, okay? They don't like what I put out. YouTube's on my ass. Please donate a like, okay? So I'm sure there's a whole bunch of people snitching on me right now trying to get this channel closed down. If you can't donate $1, donate a like. I can wait. I trust me. I can make up this money on Patreon if I really wanted to, okay? But saying this is free, okay? It ain't just Keisha, Karen, Zelensky, and EU getting cut off too. Yep, Zelensky. Okay. Rich Turner says Keisha's diet is about to consist of Takis, press ham, and Trojans. Winter's here. Okay. Y'all ain't shit. Trojans, okay? Hey, brothers, carry that plan B with you, okay? Even Uncle Sam can't escape the way of the dust. Nope, Uncle Sam is getting squeezed right now. Obsidian Nomad with the dollar. Appreciate you. Hey, that's what it's about, man. Asante Sana, as they say, thank you very much, okay? For the dollar. Every dollar counts.
Longer pay for a household security deposit, no more earned income deduction in rent calculation, no utility allowances for hot water and cooking, no extra grace period for lower payment standard changes, and $480 of a full-time student's income will be counted. Advocacy groups are keeping their eyes on these recent developments, including Arise for Social Justice here in Springfield. Housing and economic justice advocate and organizer Liz Busey says these changes will have a strongly negative impact and fears current Section 8
basically, the equalizer should be familiar with this because he's from that general area, okay?
Voucher holders are scared and are currently looking for other resources to survive.
30 days notice is not enough to try and supplement your income. And supplementing your income is going to get you in trouble because you can't, not legally anyways.
And so people are going to be suffering left and right. They're already looking for food pantries.
These are white people, okay? These are not these aren't Keishas, okay? Appreciate you, Landon, for the collection plate. Appreciate you, Kenneth. Rich, appreciate you, okay? Hurricane Greg, BGS Taco Stand, pedestrians hit the like button. Please do. Dusty Jones, appreciate you. Yeah, I had to have a talk with YouTube today. So yesterday, okay. So they don't want this stuff out. Let's put it that way, okay? They really don't want this stuff out.
I've had 3 calls about whether we have any utility money to help people pay, and that's just this morning.
Busey says this move could also.
Hey, Saul Chi. Besson is getting his ass handed to him right now, man, all over the planet. Trump and Besson are getting their ass handed to him. So I don't know what they came out swinging, swinging their penises around, man, like they're the biggest penis on the planet, and they're getting swatted. So we'll have to see what happens, man. They're having to eat humble pie right now, okay?
Mean an increase in evictions and homelessness. She also tells us the number of people sleeping in cars at the moment is going up. Right now, Arise for Social Justice is collecting tents in case people need to sleep outside, and they are collecting information about services in the area.
This is 4 months ago, man. They're actually collecting tents in case people need to sleep outside, okay?
EHOLC says the changes will go into effect on or after May 1st at the voucher holders' next regular or interim rent certification. We tried reaching out to EHOLC for comment on this matter, but we did not hear back. Stick with us both on air and online as we continue to follow the latest. Reporting live in downtown Springfield, Matt Price, Western Mass News.
Getting answers on a
BGS, we could make our own cloud and publish a podcast app there where you could say anything you wanted. Just saying, I could do it on Rumble. Okay, so but the thing is, it's hard to get people to migrate, and I do have a Rumble channel, so a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't say here, I'm actually going to say on Rumble. So I just have to commit to myself to actually do it. And a lot of stuff I need to do as far as background stuff on my Patreon. Like I need to go through the book Tragedy and Hope, okay, because that is the blueprint of what's going on right now, believe it or not. See, I know a couple who bought several foreclosures and depended upon Section 8 vouchers. I expect there are many in similar situations. It's going to get rough, man. It's going to get rough. America is in denial. We are no longer the only game in town. No, it's not just us either. It's also Europe. Okay, the Ukraine war was a come to Jesus moment. Let's put it that way. Okay. You have to look it up because I don't use it very often. If you can't make it in Western Mass, I don't know where you can go. You can't move to East Boston. I guess you move to upstate New York. I don't know, man. You guys have to tell me because I don't know anything about it because they're correct. They're still correcting me about Columbus. I'd advise Trump and Besson to be quiet with the PR and stick to business. They're trying to bully people, man. It's not going very well. Yeah, they're going through hell right now. The thing is, they're keeping it quiet. Really, there's no place cheap in the United States is because of BlackRock and all the hedge funds driving up the price of housing. So basically, the Treasury and the White House basically sold out the country to the hedge funds back in 2009. That's the deal they had to make. And support the delivery of this most magnificent dust, so that we may spread it unto the raggediest who need it the most. Welcome, salute. Yep. It's the cold world out there, like Jeremy Irons said in the movie Margin Call. The music has stopped, and it has for a long time. Yep. Let me go ahead and play it real quick, okay? The music's just slowing, okay? Go ahead and play it.
What this model shows is the music, so to speak, just slowing. If the music were to stop, as you put it, then this model wouldn't be even close to that scenario. It would be considerably worse.
The music is just slowing right now, as he says, right? Music is just slowing, hasn't stopped. Were it to stop, okay, you'd be looking like Argentina right now. Where the music to stop, you'd be doing the Argentina-style meltdown. And nobody wants to see that in America, okay, because we're not prepared for it, okay? Not prepared for it. You will get riots, okay? Will you get revolution? No, but you will get riots. I'm surprised that they haven't had riots yet. Let's see. See, I got one more. I'll play. I think I have one more. I think I have one more. I think I do have one more. Hold on. Slightly different one. Slightly different one. I do believe it's a slightly different one.
A Trump administration proposal could put more than 1 million low-income households at risk of losing their federally subsidized housing. That's according to new research from New York University obtained exclusively by the Associated Press. The new study suggests a proposed 2-year time limit on housing subsidies could affect as many as 1.4 million households in public housing and Section 8. The time restriction...
I already played that one. Okay. I couldn't, because I mean there were so many trying to get the good ones is hard. I was trying to pick through them because there's lots of them. I was trying to get some official sources rather than the ones that are, talking heads. Let's see if we can find another one real quick before we go. But the thing is, this is not a drill, okay? And the music is just slowing. No DEI, no welfare. Welcome to equality. Yes, sir. Okay. Keisha's going to have a tent next to Jamal. Keisha's going to have a tent next to Jamal. Okay. That's what's going to happen. Thought I had one more. Maybe I do not. Maybe I do not have one more. Oh, I think I had that. I think I already played that one.
Amid a nationwide housing crisis, the Trump administration...
Yeah, I think I played that one already. I'm getting duplicates. See if I have one more. There's one more I wanted to play real quick. As this one's a talking head, I might play that one. Oh, let's play a Keisha, okay? Let's play a Keisha real quick. There's one that says only 9% of Section 8 tenants ever start using vouchers. I haven't verified that one. I said Jamal is in my class. He's going to Brazil. I heard that, man. You got to save Jamal. You got to turn Jamal into Jose. Let's try this one. Try this. Just try this one for a few minutes. This is Revolt. This is a Keisha channel. This is Revolt TV. This is a Keisha channel. And get a little bit what Keisha has to say, okay?
Administration. Now, he is currently proposing to cut federal rental assistance. Let's get into it. Now, what is it? Now, this plan is a part of the president's 2026 budget proposal. It calls for 43% reduction in funding available for a variety of programs it labels as dysfunctional.
In other words, this is the HUD cuts, okay? It's the HUD cuts.
Including public housing and the voucher program commonly known as Section 8. But this is not just for those on Section 8, because I know some of y'all are saying, well, you know, everybody don't need Section 8. Let's get into this. This would also merge what's commonly known as Section 8 and public housing funds, project-based rental assistance, housing for older people, and housing for persons with disabilities in a single state rental assistance block.
And what I'm hearing, this is what I'm hearing, okay? The priorities are going to go to seniors, disabled, and vets. So if you're a vet and you're homeless, okay, while Trump and Hegseth and Vance are in right now, and all these people are in that are pro-vet, pro-military, if you're a homeless vet, time to jump in and jump on this train, man. If you're a homeless vet out there on the street, okay, you don't want to be out there no more, this is the time to start applying, okay? Because Keisha's going to take a back seat, okay? So Keisha and Karen and those ilk are actually going to take a back seat. So the priorities are actually going to be seniors, disabled folks, and vets. Okay, a big emphasis for this next 4 years is going to be on vets, getting vets the help that they need. Okay. So if you're a vet, you're male, you're a vet, I don't care how old you are, and you're homeless, you can't make ends meet, hey, go get Keisha's money. Okay? That's why. So in other words, if you're a black vet, I'm telling you right now, if you're a vet and you can't keep up with your rent, man, Keisha been using that this scheme for years, man. And when the worm turns, don't feel bad. Go get your money. Kapata Pesa Yako, man. Go get your money, okay? Kapata Pesa, man. Pesa ni Pesa. Money's money. Kapata Pesa. Get your money. You're Wiley, Trump for veterans. The thing is, if they're leaning your way, man, take advantage of it.
Grant. It would slash over 43%. Let me break that down because you didn't hear me the first time. Bottom line, anybody that needs any type of rental assistance, not just Section 8. I'm talking about grants. I'm talking about programs that can help people get back on their feet. I'm talking about many of the programs that happened during COVID when people were out of work and they needed rental assistance. So this is not just some pull yourself up by the bootstraps that I know y'all love constantly pushing that narrative that maybe everybody shouldn't be on public assistance. This is about anybody that ever needed any type of assistance ever. Now, maybe y'all don't need assistance. Maybe you focus on line dancing and you say it don't bother you, your boots on the ground. But this is for those that have ever had any type of situation.
In other words, basically, Trump came in saying that Keisha and Karen, who opposed him, are going to take a back seat, okay? And Vance and Hegseth and Gabbard and the like and ilk says, okay, it's time to do something take care of our vets, okay? There's too many homeless vets on the street, okay? So if you're a vet and you're listening to me, or you know vets, man, tell them to go to their VA and start the process right now, getting the fuck off the street or getting out of that little cubbyhole that they live in. There's no reason you should live in that little rat hole when Keisha's been living in a 2-bedroom house or apartment for a couple $100 a month. That makes no sense, man. Go get your money. I mean, you can feel sorry for them if you want. That's on you. What I'm saying is, if you're a vet, y'all been crying about vets not getting a break, hey, go get your money.
Especially to our disability community that needs some type of assistance. I want to draw your attention to this. This is also, now you guys know I've been giving y'all game on the 3 things you need to do. Save your money, reduce your means. Stack, which is merge your businesses. Also move in with somebody, get a roommate, do whatever you need to do. And
now, my mentor has been telling black women this for the last, 6-7 years, right? Okay. And they have been showing her and everybody else their behinds a kiss, okay, about being independent. I can't live with nobody, can't live with no man, blah, 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 blah. I don't need folks. Guess what? Their welfare cliff is going to get a whole lot lower, okay? Whole lot lower.
Then 3, secure. Go back and watch that original commentary. One of the things I said secure was 1, secure your license for your gun permit. I just believe in that because when crime goes up, you need to be making sure you're strapped, but hey, maybe you don't believe in that. I do. But I also talk about securing your nonprofits. This is where this comes in. That's critically important, guys. Your churches, your
James Wingate, appreciate you.
organizations that give people rental assistance. Again, maybe all above it. Maybe you never needed an extra $50 or extra $100. But if anybody you know in your family, which I know is somebody, that may have needed just a little bit of a hand up, this will affect the grants that they get as well. So this is where I need you to tap in and give them $25, $50, $10. It doesn't make a difference, guys. We have to secure our nonprofits, and this is one of the reasons.
Churches are going to have to start selling those jets and those condos, man, and put it back into the community like they used to, okay? Start having pastors and priests take a vow of poverty like they used to, okay? Ain't no reason they should be rolling around in limousines and tailored suits, okay? That's not what it's meant for. That's the people's money.
That's why. Now, why does this matter? Besides what I just told you. Now, according to the National Low Income Housing Coalition, minimum wage workers can afford a market rate 1-bedroom apartment in only 6% of U.S. counties. Did y'all hear what I said? I said the average minimum wage worker can only afford a 1-bedroom in 6% of U.S. counties when working 40 hours a week. So for those of you that say pull yourself by the bootstraps, if they're working 40 hours a week and they're doing the absolute best that they can, why is it that only 6% they can afford housing in 6% of the country?
Oh, now you're paying attention, okay? Now you're paying attention. When it was men, y'all didn't care, okay? 1K shoes purchase is over, right? Yep. Chaos has got a video coming up, okay? Creflo Dollar need to rename himself Low Cash Penny and put it back into the community. Yes, he does, okay? That's why I don't believe in churches like that anymore, because they don't give back. That's why priests had to take a vow of poverty and not take the money, okay? Because it's not their money, it's the people's money. Anyway, play a little bit more and we got to get out of here because we're almost time to punch out. 5 more minutes.
There's no county, I'm going to say it again, no county where this same worker who works minimum wage 40 hours a week can afford a 2-bedroom. Maybe y'all didn't hear that. I said there's no county where somebody working 40 hours a week can afford a 2-bedroom.
Stop crying, Keisha. It's over. Keisha crying right now, okay? They're trying to get you to go to Uncle Sam, your baby daddy, and say, we can't live on this.
So that means that this is critically important. Now, the proposal was requesting that able-bodied adults only receive 2 years of rental assistance. Now, I don't know about you, but for those of y'all that say do for self and run your own business, I've been running mine for 18 years. I've only been profitable, even somewhat comfortable for 5 of those 18 years.
You can go back. It's in various places, okay? You can go back to the original TARP, okay? Start reading that. In fact, I played it. I played it. A chick talking about it, okay? I'd have to go back and find her video because I don't have it. I don't have it. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I'll see if I can find it real quick, okay? Because she talked about it, okay? Oh, gosh. Let me see. No, I don't have. I have to go look for it because I played it for my patrons and I played it before. I have to go back and look for it. Where this chick, a real estate broker, actually talked about what Obama did back in the 2009 2010 with the banks. Okay, so I'd have to go back and look for it. I don't have it, so. So anyway, y'all, we're at a couple of more minutes and we're going to be.
So you tell me, how many people have you that you know personally, or even in your life, where your life has changed drastically in 2 years? Just think about it. You don't complete high school in 2 years. You don't complete middle school in 2 years. You don't complete college in 2 years. I'm saying that to say that to give somebody assistance and say, in 2 years, you better have it figured out. If somebody's disabled and can no longer walk, tell me what's going to change in their life between that.
It's called that of the streets, okay? That of the streets. They probably will give you other program like work programs because Clinton did the same thing with welfare when he cut welfare by 2/3, right? Okay, he limited them to 2 years. That's what Trump's getting the idea from. But you have to have programs to have them transition. The thing is, you have to start making housing more affordable. Otherwise, you're gonna have a big problem. 1.4 million people on the street is a lot, okay? Because right now your homeless population is right around. Last I looked was like 200,000, okay? To actually up it by like 1,000%, it's not gonna be good. MS Delta, SYSBM, yes sir. MS Delta probably hears this crap all the time. He probably knew about this, man, back in February. You can get married in 2 years. Good luck. Hey, the brothers can't take you no more. The brothers are weary. Okay. A trade takes how long? That's true. Biden suggested it, but things Biden didn't do it right. Okay. The last shovel-ready program we had was under Obama. That's the last one we had. What's up, Dr. Els? The wig fund empty. Oh, the wig and nails, that's gone, man. The wig. In fact, I'm gonna start a new series called Winter Tales on my Black Pill Gnostic page, showing the you know the Keishas, man, crashing out because they're either they're homeless or they're struggling or something like that. But the thing is, now winter is causing them to actually wake up. That cold slap of that snow or that icy breeze is waking them up. And some of this stuff is not pretty. I got one. I think I'm gonna do today. Somebody sent me. Okay, I'm probably gonna put that one up today. And when I looked at it, man, I almost had to shed a tear because it was bad. And the pretty girl, she was only 19 years old, man, and had to live a certain way. And it is not a pretty thing. It's not a pretty sight. Not a pretty sight at all. Keisha can walk. No excuses for able-bodied people. Passport bros, we're gone. I'm telling you, if you can get out, get out. Okay. SYSBN, put the oxygen on your mask first before helping others, right? Anybody will tell you, you have to take care of yourself first, okay? Don't let Keisha drag you down, because Keisha will eat you if to survive if you let her. Keisha will eat you. Take it from an old man that knows, okay? Take it from an old man that knows, okay? Keisha will eat you. Keisha's only faithful to her options. Student loans cannot be discharged even during bankruptcy because attorneys abused the system decades ago. So Congress shut it down. Yes, they did. A lot of people from Harvard actually did that shit, man. Actually did that. Keisha's gonna be toting that rifle if stuff gets bad. Good luck for Keisha, man. The thing is that a drowning person to survive will pull you down with them. Lifeguards will tell you that. Your last comment. So see if I can find it, Charles. Section 8 for vets is called HUD-VASH. They literally set aside those vouchers for vets and vets only. Yep, y'all gonna get an increase. That's what they're saying. 100% disabled vets can discharge the student loans. I discharged like $200K in student loans. Yep. They're going to take care of this 4 years. If you're a vet, man, take advantage of everything, okay? They're going to be nice to you for a change. Keisha's going to have a problem. Single moms turn down job promotions because they want to keep their Section 8. They do. They have. Okay. All you people that actually want to always talk about Theo and want to get in contact with Theo, there's Ninja Person right there putting the link up. because I get at least 3 or 4 people ask me how to get in contact with Theo in the program. Okay, and if you're listening right now, Ninja Person, just put the link up. Okay, go into the chat, hit that link. Okay, because at some point Theo's going to have to cut it off because there's actually going to be too many. There's almost too many right now. Okay, there's almost too many right now. So get in before the bears come out to eat you. Okay. Saint Trey Anos, what's going on? Please catch the replay. Okay. Horowitz says Keisha will eat you. BGS 420. All this is showing you off them bite marks and telling you how they almost got you. Yep. Keisha's gonna eat you. Be very, very careful, okay? Don't be that guy. Don't be that simps get eaten in this environment. As a lot of simps are gonna get eaten. Okay, they're gonna simp. They're gonna get eaten in this environment because Keisha will eat you. If you want a house, man, you go ahead and put your time in because recruitment rates are really, really low right now. So if you want a house, you want to get off the street, and you have a high school education, okay, you can read and write, hit the military right now. Let them do the work for you. Let the military put you in a good position, okay? Otherwise, it will take another 10, 12 years. Take that from somebody that knows, okay? Keisha wearing the bear hat while chasing you, right? Okay. IBEW took me 5 years to become a licensed journeyman electrician, and one episode of Theo Waff on the money mindset to realize I'm changing careers. Okay. All right. All right, good people. Let me get out of here. And I will see you guys later. I hope this was informative, man, because I've had about 4 or 5 people hit me up with this. So, word to the wise, man. Word to the wise. And don't trust Keisha. When you sit down with Keisha, make sure you put a mouth guard on her because she will eat you. Y'all, okay. If you're willing to go through that program, Theo's program, Facebook is the least of your worries, man. All right. It takes about 5 minutes to actually join Facebook. Stop. I don't want to hear the excuses. Okay. I don't want to hear it. It takes 5. Hell, my grandson has a Facebook account. I don't want to hear it. If my 86-year-old mother can actually have 2 Facebook accounts, you can have 1. Stop. Keep your arms and legs inside, or they will get bitten off and eaten by Keisha. Yep, I'm telling you, be careful. Be very careful. Keisha's setting people up right now. Okay. Keisha is willing to do jail time to survive, so be careful. And also, keep strapped up, okay? Because Austin Holloman almost had a child support claim over in Kenya, so Kenyans are getting hip. If these gameless chicks in Africa are getting hip, Keisha to survive will trap you, okay? So don't think she's looking for that ball player. She's looking for a regular working guy right now. Okay? So Keisha will set you up with that kid. So basically, strap up, okay? Don't take her word for it about you on birth control. Strap up and keep that plan B on deck, okay? If you happen to have an accident, make that broad take that plan B right in front of you. Not I'll buy it and go get it later. Sit right in front of her, with a glass of water, swallow this, and then look in her mouth and under her tongue. Make sure she actually swallowed that motherfucker, right? Ain't no trust, okay? I mean, if you got a pulse and earn $30,000 a year, man, you're gonna be a target in this environment. I'm selling tents and Plan B. You ain't shit. Anyhow, y'all, let me get out of here. If Joe's wants to join, he'll join Facebook. If he doesn't, he's not serious. Okay. Hopefully they will. I think most of the male birth control is not for us, is because the African women won't take birth control. They're trying to convince the men to do it. It's because they need to slow down Africa's population boom. And so if they can't do it by hook, they'll do it by crook. Anyway, let's get out of here, and I will see you guys later.
What can I say? Mamba out.